Ben here with the PointByPatrol. So my downpipe is finished curing with the silicone paint that's going on it, so it's time to install that in the car. At the same time, I'm going to be installing a performance radiator. I'm not going to show the process. We'll have a time lapse that covers some of that. I am going to show a decibel reading though. So I've already recorded a cold start on the car with the complete factory exhaust. I've not installed anything on this yet, and I really just want to find out how much louder the Innovatig downpipe is versus a completely factory exhaust. So even with that downpipe installed on the car, it's still going to have the factory rear section of the exhaust as well as the mid pipe. So not a huge change, but the big reason that I'm doing this is because you can tell that the turbo is fighting to spool, and that factory downpipe is really holding it back. So it should be a good power adder as well as noise maker in this case. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's probably gonna be messy, but it is what it is. I'm midway through the removal now. I've got the radiator out. Still have to get the downpipe off, obviously, but I've got the bolts off. Luckily, nothing snapped, which was nice. This is the two-step performance titanium hardware that I've got on this Kiro Turbo. But this is currently where I am. So I still have to dismount the downpipe from underneath, so I have to remove that silver under tray that you can see in the image here. But fairly smooth sailing so far. Haven't really broken anything. I did replace a couple clamps that were seeping a little bit of coolant. This one as well, which was kind of a bear to get to with the intake on. So thought I'd take advantage of that while it's off. I've got the downpipe installed now. Looks great. Kind of a bear getting it in there, honestly, but I've done worse. So overall, happy with how this fits. It's kind of hard to get to this back bolt. Had to, one way down there, had to use just a hand wrench. Same with this one right here, because this thing is so large that nothing fits past, down here on the bottom. So that's a bit of an area of concern just in case they decide to loosen up. So I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on those, make sure that they don't. But happy with the progress so far, gonna keep on going. I decided to go a step further while I was in here and add this gold reflective tape. I also added it to the water pipe back here. You kind of see it down there. Just help radiate away some heat. But again, the downpipe's in, it looks fantastic. Fits perfectly too, I might add. I need to put a turbo blanket on this, so now I'm gonna experiment to see if the turbo blanket that I used on my FK8 on the stock turbo will fit the Curo. I just wrapped up the install, got the performance radiator in, got the Innovatig wrapped downpipe in. Turns out that the PRL turbo blanket for the FK8 stock turbo actually fits beautifully on the Curo. And now I have a heat gun. And this has been sitting here for a while, just heat soaking, because I am bleeding the coolant at the moment. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. 300 degrees, 200 degrees. Inlet's at 140, let's look at that. 114. See if I can hit that water pipe back there. That's pretty impressive on the water pipe. I'm rather pleased. I've got another probably 10 or 15 minutes of letting this just sit here and idle and get all the air bubbles out of the coolant, but it wasn't a bad install. It didn't really break anything. Struggled with this thing. Turns out I had that backwards, but everything went well. And I am really looking forward to driving it. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, it takes a lot of work making these videos, and honestly, it makes the work take even longer because I'm constantly having to, you know, do something with the camera and that kind of thing. So, you know, if you appreciate the videos, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time out on track.